welcome back to Guess What? Mixed Story Time. And we have been talking about what? Yep, our special animals who live at the zoo. Well, I have got a great story about a zoo animal that you might visit. I think you can guess what it is. You're right, it's an elephant story. But not just any ordinary elephant, a very special elephant. Look, I bet you have read a story about this special elephant. He is not just ordinary elephant color, is he? He's what we call a patchwork elephant, and he's got all the colors of the rainbow on him, doesn't he? And his name is, do you remember? You're right, his name is Elmer. And Elmer lives in the jungle, and do you know what Elmer likes to do? He likes to play jokes or tricks on his friends, right? All in good fun, of course. Well, I know that you've heard his original story, Elmer. Well, Elmer has lots of adventures and lots of different stories. And today, we're going to listen to Elmer Again, the Elmer Again story by David McKee. Let's see what kind of mischief Mr. Elmer is going to get into today. What kind of joke he's going to play on his friends. Let's find out. Elmer, the patchwork elephant, was bored. Have you ever been bored before? Sometimes that happens. It was 2 days before another Elmer's Day, the day when elephants all cover themselves with bright patterns, and all the elephants were quietly thinking about how they would decorate themselves. But Elmer didn't have to think. He was always colored gray for Elmer's Day parade. It's too quiet around here, said Elmer. I'm going for a walk. There he goes. What is he going to do? So, Elmer set off down the path. We need a joke to liven things up, he thought. But no good jokes came to mind. Just then, he came to a pool. He looked down at his reflection, right? Do you look at yourself at your reflection when you look into a mirror? And that's what happened. When he looked into the pool, he saw himself. Hello, Elmer, he said to himself in the water. You have just given me a good idea. Thank you. What is this idea? When he returned, the others were still quietly thinking. Elmer walked over to his friend Harold and whispered into his ear. Psst, 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 psst. Harold smiled and he winked. But he didn't say anything. Then Elmer settled down for a rest. He had a long night ahead of him. What is Elmer gonna do? What do you think? Do you think Harold's in on it too? I think you might be right. When night fell, Elmer waited until the others were asleep. Then, taking care not to wake them, he set off to work. Before sunrise, he had finished. He tiptoed off to another part of the forest to sleep for what was left of the night. What did Elmer do? In the morning, the first elephant to wake looked at his neighbor and said, Good morning, Elmer. One after another, the elephants woke. Good morning, Elmer, said one to each to his neighbor. Good morning, Elmer. Good morning, Elmer. Good morning, Elmer. Good morning, Elmer. My goodness. Everybody's an Elmer. What happened? During the night, look. Elmer had painted all the elephants to look like him. Now there were Elmers everywhere. And nobody knew which one was the real Elmer. Can you guess? Do you know which one's the real Elmer? I don't know either. I don't know, the elephants answered. I might be today, but I'm sure I wasn't Elmer yesterday. My goodness, who's the real Elmer? We're going to find out. Then one of the elephants called out, This is another Elmer trick. Come on, let's splash across the river and wash off the colors. Then we'll see who the real Elmer is. So the elephants raced to the river and splashed to the other side. Here they are, washing off their colors. All right, we're going to find out who the real Elmer is. But wait, when they got there, they were still all wet. They were all still gray. Where's Elmer? are?" they asked. "Here, of course," said a gray elephant. "Don't you recognize me?" "But you're the same color as us," gasped the others. "So I am," said Elmer. "Wonderful. I always wanted to be just like you." "This is awful," said the elephants. "Elmer can't be like the rest of us. Things won't be the same without a patchwork Elmer." "Oh no, look. Here's Elmer. Oh, he lost his patchwork colors. Oh no." "Well, there's nothing I can do about it," said Elmer, "unless—" "What?" "What?" cried the others. "The colors that washed off are still floating in the water," said Elmer. "If I run back through them, I may return back to normal." "Try it!" shouted the other elephants. "Try anything to get your colors back." "Yahoo!" called Elmer, and he raced across the river and vanished into the trees onto the other side. Oh my goodness. It disappeared. Did it work? Do you think it worked? We're going to find out. In a moment, he reappeared, once again in his bright patchwork colors. "Yay! Hooray! Hooray!" cheered the elephants from across the river. "It worked! We've got our Elmer again!" And they began to chant, "Elmer! Elmer! Elmer!" Can you chant? "Elmer! Elmer! Elmer!" Go, Elmer! Suddenly, guess what? Another elephant came out of the trees. "Did you call?" he asked. He was soaking wet, as if he had just run across the river. What? The other elephants just stood and stared. For a minute, they didn't know what to think. Who's the real Elmer here? "This Elmer is Harold," said Elmer. "This is Harold." Harold was in it all the whole time. Oh. And he and Harold just began to laugh. The herd of elephants burst out laughing then. "We should have known our Elmer's colors would not wash off," they said. "Oh, Elmer." And then they all jumped into the river to celebrate 2 Elmers. And the whole jungle shook with laughter at the best Elmer joke yet. That Elmer, he is such a jokester and a trickster. We'll tune in for next time to see what kind of joke Elmer thinks of next. See you later.